Welcome to Confidently Unstoppable, the podcast where we empower you to transform your self-talk, elevate your mind, and build unstoppable confidence. I'm your host, Marilyn West. Each week, we will dive deep into mindset shift to help you break barriers and embrace your full potential. Let's get started. Hey girl, welcome back to another episode. So today we're going to be talking about how self-sabotaging your success can be holding you back. If you're constantly setting goals but never quite reaching them, and you feel stuck despite wanting to move forward or just battling your inner critic, this episode is for you. We're going to be talking about 3 signs that may identify you as self-sabotaging your own success, but not only that, how to recognize these patterns so you can start believing in yourself. So let's get started. I want to start off by sharing a conversation that I had with a young lady at the gym. Yes, you guys, I am that person that will talk to you at the gym. To protect the young lady, I'm going to call her Sarah, right? So Sarah is a very talented project manager who always dreamed of owning her own consulting business. And she was telling me every time that she planned to start her own consulting business, she always find herself not ready. She always talk herself out of it. She says she spends hours thinking about her business plans, but she always feel like it's not good enough. So I was talking to Sarah and I'm like, hey, you have to understand when you are doubting yourself like that, that is your brain way of just trying to keep you safe. I recommended to her that she have to step out of her comfort zone and start hanging around other entrepreneurs. So despite how she was feeling when we started the conversation, she immediately felt energized and excited about getting back into starting her consulting firm. But honestly, one conversation is not going to be enough. Once you learn how to recognize what is driving your fears, that's really causing you to create these habits of just self-sabotaging yourself, and start by being intentional and mindful of the things that you're telling yourself, you will get to the point where you won't be self-sabotaging yourself and looking for certain things just to hold you back. So that's something that happened at the gym. I wanted to share it with you guys because Sarah was so excited after we finished talking. But I just don't want her to be excited just for a conversation. I want her to be excited and go take action. Let's jump into this. If you always find yourself delaying what you know needs to be done, you are self-sabotaging your own success. Procrastination is a sign of an overactive protective mechanism from our brain, and it's basically our cognitive side where we know we have these goals we want to reach, but guess what? Our brain is saying, hey, stay in your comfort zone. That's a challenge. That's a threat. So when you find yourself delaying what you know that needs to be done, you are delaying your success because of fear. And this can lead to putting things off, even though you know it can lead to you getting closer to your success. So you have to understand when your brain is trying to keep you safe and when you need to take some action. Because here's the thing. If we want to step outside of our comfort zone, we have to challenge ourselves by taking small, unfamiliar steps, right? And those constant action is going to allow us to start creating that momentum that we need to reaching whatever it is that we are trying to accomplish. So start small to build momentum and then overcome your brain natural resistance by being mindful of the things that your brain is trying to say to you. That inner critic. The next one that I want to talk about, you're always questioning your worth or your abilities. This is something that I struggle with a lot, especially being from a small town, and also because I didn't go straight to college like most of my classmates did. But soon as I had the opportunity to go to college and I started building up my own confidence when it came to me just understanding like I'm right where I'm supposed to be, and it's no timeline when you are on a journey of just bettering yourself. So if you're constantly questioning your worth or your abilities and listening to your inner critic, and it's dominating what you do, you have to understand that that is a red flag, and your brain is still trying to keep you safe by saying like, I'm not good enough. So you have to make sure that you are practicing self-compassion and positive self-talk. Start replacing negative thoughts with empowering affirmation. Now, I'm not the person that's going to tell you everything can be fixed by affirmation. No, I don't believe in that. I believe in you need to get out here and do some work, right? But I also know when you have these affirmations, it's reminding yourself that I believe in me, right? I see my potential. I know I am more powerful than what I think I am. And guess what? You are silencing the self-doubt that keeps coming up when it comes to questioning your worth of your abilities. So, the first one that we talked about, procrastination. Are you delaying what you know needs to be done because your brain is trying to keep you safe because it doesn't want you to step outside of your comfort zone? The second one we talked about is questioning your worth or your abilities, and that's self-doubt. And there are times in our lives that we may find ourselves in these situations. Like now, I am in the middle of coaching my soccer team, and this is something that I have been doing for the past 4 years. I do not have the right credentials to be out here coaching a soccer team. But guess what? My team have gone undefeated the past 3 years. We have made it to the finals every year since I've been coaching. Do I feel qualified out there at practice sometimes when I know I need to challenge my kids and get them to the next level? But guess what? I keep showing up and I keep finding new drills to push them. So you have to just believe in yourself and your abilities. All right, the next one I want to talk about is perfectionism. Yes, give it up for all the people who are trying to be perfect out there. Stop setting these unrealistic expectations for yourself. Perfectionism might seem like a positive thing to be like, I'm always trying to do the right thing. It often leads to you feeling stuck because you are afraid of making a mistake. And the cool thing about when you make a mistake, you're not just starting from where you started from in the beginning. You're starting from at a place where you are a little bit more knowledgeable about what you are doing. So you have to understand, if you are that type of person who always trying to be perfect, you're going to think if it's not perfect, it's not worth doing, which going to lead to you not taking any type of action. And we don't want that. We want you to take action and continue to move forward so we don't self-sabotage our own success. We want to keep building that momentum so we can reach our goals. You have to shift from a perfect mindset to a progress mindset. I am that person that my coach, my fitness coach, taught me to not weigh myself, to take pictures. And I did not take pictures at all, right? And I used to look at people who weigh themselves daily like that was an issue. Now I realize stepping on the scale once or twice a week is not a bad thing because you're seeing your progress. You know if you are gaining weight, if you're losing weight. Like I had to reprogram my mind. When I think about the kids and them being in school, guess what they received? A progress report. And with this progress report, they have enough time to adjust if they want to make the honor roll. We have to shift from a perfection mindset to a progress mindset, which can remind ourselves that small progress is better than none. And making mistakes is part of growth. When you make a mistake, you learn from it. So therefore, you need to learn how to set realistic expectations, realistic, achievable goals, and you have to start celebrating your small wins so you can build your confidence. You know, I'm going to wrap it back up to confidence. Confidence is so important. One thing that I love that the military taught me, you have to be competent. And when I realized if you're competent about something that you're doing, your confidence is going to come. So basically, they were telling us that if you're competent, you know your job, guess what? Your confidence is going to come. And then you're going to become a better leader because not only do you know your job, you have the confidence and now you can lead others. And I think that's what more people need to implement in their lives so they can keep moving forward. So the old way that you look at goal settings, I would tell you my favorite book that I always start the year off with is 12-Week Years. I love that book because it always allowed me to learn something new while I'm thinking about not annualizing my goals. It allows me to be more realistic with my goals and set those SMART goals. But not only that, celebrate my success as the quarters go on. So when it comes to stop self-sabotaging your success, stop delaying what you know needs to be done and just get it done. I don't care if it's not perfect, just take some action. Take some messy action. You have to stop questioning your worth and your abilities. I know what it feels like to be in a season where you are so uncomfortable with yourself because you're learning and you're growing. But at the end of the day, it's going to allow you to take risk. And by taking those risks, you're going to see your growth. Write down those affirmations. Keep empowering yourself because guess what? You're going to quiet that inner critic. And also set some realistic expectation. So when it comes to self-sabotaging your success, remember, self-sabotage often feels like a safety net, but it's actually keeping us from reaching our full potential. By recognizing these signs of procrastination, self-doubt, perfectionism, you start to reframe how you take action to build your confidence so you can reach success. So, my friends, I just wanted to come on here and tell you that you're not stuck, you are enough, and you know enough. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm here to help you break down barriers and become your most empowered self. Until next time, thank you for tuning in to Confidently Unstoppable. If you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs a confidence boost. Until next time, keep evolving and becoming the best version of yourself.